Excuse me. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hale empath. I just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. I didn't realize I was so thirsty. I should have done that for my talk. Anyway, I feel good about things. I feel good. I can exhale. I can breathe in all the way. There's no restriction. There's no impending doom. There's no fear. Just nothing but high vibes today. Might have something to do with this. I got some of this yesterday. I'm super excited about it. It's pretty cool. Nice lady makes it. Her whole family makes it. Kids pick the berries and then, the essence. That's why I know that these projects, projects based in the heart space of love, where they want to add, not the heart space of greed, where they just want to make money, that's what's going to succeed. This is fire cider. You can get it. Oh, I guess I have the other thing. Does it have the email on there? It has the ingredients. Let me go get the other packet of thing. Let me go get the other thing of my dang. Confounded. I know I have something came with it with the website on it. Maybe it's on, and then it comes in powder form too. Boop! There's ginger, turmeric, garlic, chimayo peppers, onions, horseradish, black pepper, juniper berries, thyme, cinnamon, cloves. You sprinkle it on soups, stocks, anything you want. Maybe a little coffee in my coffee, that'd be good. I'm going to give it some thought. Anyway, and she makes a different kind that's a little less spicy. Little bit less spicy. What's it kind? An elderberry, rose hip, oxymel that's delicious as well. It's similar to the fire cider, but not as spicy. So I'm going to get some of that for Mom. And then I got another friend that I got turned on to it too. See, I just would love to see freaking plant medicine just freaking be. I want to see people getting back to preventive maintenance. If you stay healthy, you won't get sick. And I saw online on a website on Instacrap. This is happening local. I was going to check it out from the Teos Instacrap page. Where's it at? Where's that Teos page? That there's a school of ancestral folk and herbalism right here in Teos, New Mexico. It's a 4-month series. See, the thing is I just would like to sit down and talk to these people and then just have them tell me what they know. I don't want to go to class. I don't like classes. You put the word class on it, like school, structure, boo, you lose me. That's just how this hay'll flow. Anyway, what was I going to talk about today? Jesse Zaboter was on this morning. I always endorse the things that I support. These are my Marge commercials. What channel or what? She was on Right On Radio. I'm looking for it. David Zbulik was on Raising Africa. Aquarius Rising Africa. Right, where'd it go? I listened to it. Ooh, I gotta listen to Mary Greeley's report on what WHO say about antimicrobial, antibacterial mask and the Rona, the ick. Everybody's got a little ick in them. I got a little ick in me. It's in my last name though. I've had one cold in the last 17 years. Ooh, episode 94. That's my birthday backwards. The 9th of April, 99th day of the year. Anyway, so I made some notes. If you're new to the tube, if you don't know what Heyoka do, I'm going to explain it to you just a little bit. As I see it. See, my channel is my perception. My channel is based on my perception and my frame of reference on how I see things. So I like when people come in and visit my frame of reference, you know, and my reality based on my perception, and then try and tell me different. That it's different. And then I'm just like, oh, God bless you, you're more of the same. Try it ain't right, man. Try it ain't right. And people believe what they're told. I mean, how many of us fell for that Santa Claus bullshit first part of our life, you know? Oh, it's all in good fun. It's horse crap. Lies, 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 lie. So, anyway, Heyoka. You ask a lot of people, they'll say, only men can be Heyoka. And I'm like, dude, I've been told a lot of things only men can do that I've done too. It's just bullshit. It's just more that controlling paradigm bullshit, you know? So, evidently, I don't know. I didn't even know I was one until my last failed relationship sent me a link about him. I'm like, oh my God, I identify with every single one of those. And then we found out we were Native American, like at that same time. That was just a few years back. Since I've done this channel, this is my origin story. So we follow our own logic. And I have always followed my own logic. We don't do things mainstream. We'll go along for a little while, but once we start seeing the absurdity in it, then we start calling out the absurdity in it. And we're all over the place. We're in every paradigm. We're Native American, but there's also it's the duality. It's the full spectrum. We encompass the greatest, broadest broadband in the color wheel spectrum and I look at colors as vibrational frequencies. See? We're all just shades of the rainbow. We're all just shades of the rainbow. It's where you vibe. Are you going to vibe high or low? Are you going to be a positive or a suck? Are you going to suck? Plus or minus, man. I've been a suck for a lot of years. I sucked because I was mad, I was hurt, I was angry, and I didn't know how to process those emotions in a healthy way. I didn't. And every time I looked around, I would see people that were just so happy, just I'd see broken people get in relationships and it heals them. And I see broken women, they have children and it heals them. I'm like, dude, I am never going to get healed. I'm never going to heal because I'm not good at any of those things that people do to get to heal, you know. If love is, and then what happened is I inadvertently found my connection with God, source, whatever. Everybody's just freaking, they're literally dying to believe in something right now. People are dying to believe in stuff right now. They really are. Lucky for me, I was introduced to God. My God, when I was a kid, it was he was the captain of a ship because I grew up in Morro Bay. And the way the church explained it, it was God's up in the stars. And then I always knew that these seamen are guided by the stars, He's the captain of the ship that's up in the stars. And astrology, for one reason or another, our life has been beautifully orchestrated. As hard as it was, we were provided earth angels along the way to give Mom teaching and knowings, and me too, because I retained it. Like, I learned how to read tea leaves when I was probably 9, 8. I had my first chart done. It was on parchment paper at birth. Had it for a lot of years, you know. All the things that I encompass all the things. My spectrum is fire, and it's a lot of I got a lot of water in my chart too. I'm very fluid. And that's where the emotions sit, and I really want to help people learn how to recognize to do that. Because it took me so many years, and I get so mad, and then I get little bits like the people that would teach their kids from like sign language, like for hungry, when they were babies, so they could express themselves. See, because I never knew how to express myself, and then I had a speech impediment, and then people would make fun of me based on the things that I said. And when they're making fun of me, they weren't listening to the words that I was saying. So I learned a long time ago how to meet my own emotional needs, because I had so many of them, and I knew that I had to learn how to take care, because it's just what I kind of encompass. I've always taken care of things. Because I kind of had a deficit there with my own self growing up. And I think a lot of people have. I just want people to know that it don't matter how crappy your life is. It don't matter how crappy your life was. There's always ways to change your own behavior. And if you do it a little bit at a time, every day you'll step into a new reality where that crappy way of being is history. Is in the past. So I learned a lot of things in my life. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And what I recognized a long time ago, and it's verified by my horoscope. I had my birth chart done by a peace dealer a while back, and it says that. And I was like, oh, that's so eloquently put. Is that I will learn what people are because I know what they aren't. It's like every time I always happen to see the freaking lady that everybody sucks up to, Like, I'll see her do something like freaking disgusting and gross. And I'm just like, oh, well, you're not all those wonderful, wonderful things, because I know what you are. Kind of a thing. It's just like, for whatever reason, the universe gives me an opportunity to see the shadow sides of people too. And it also gives me the ability to know how to realize, I don't judge. I've been all these things myself. I've done it all. I'm a human being I'm a spirit having a human experience. That's why I know how not to act, because of all the asinine ways that I've acted before. I look at my asinine errors, the errors of my ways. The asinine errors is like, every time I don't say that smart-ass remark, I'm like dropping a dirty garment, or a link off my chain of bad karma, Every time I hold my tongue, every time I don't put my elbow in their throat, chain link dropped. I'm just kidding. I'm not a violent person. I just imagine a lot of stuff. Mostly, and I ain't big on spells and all that dark magic and shit. The darkest I get is I'll wish upon somebody that they get up in the middle of the night and they're half asleep, and they're like staggering to the bathroom, and they just freaking hit that freaking like, I don't know, weight or something they left in the, just freaking jam their toe, maybe even make it bleed a little bit, you know, the kind that hurts all the way up into your armpit and your leg pit, you know, just, you know, I wish that on somebody. That's about as all, you know, because you wish bad shit, and sometimes people just suck. Sometimes people are just like, oh my god, it's like there's so much wicked in so much real estate. What do they lay awake at night and just think about how to be an asshole? It's just wild. But it's a beautiful day here, not a cloud in the sky. Not a cloud in the sky. Not a cloud in the, it's like you feel spring. And then you go outside, it's like, nope. Just kidding. Bites. I was listening to that Isabel Page chick, her talk. She is with another chick. I think she's a Taurus, and I think the other, I'm guessing, I already guessed what the other chick is. I'd say she's a Capricorn. I have no idea. That's what, I'm going to stick with that. I like guessing people's signs now. It's a new little thing I started doing. Because you can tell a lot about people based on like cancers. I used to have a book on it. Cancers have kind of a round, like their faces are literally shaped like a crab. And I'm an Aries, and we have the fucking horny eyebrows. Anyway, I was listening to that page, and she was, and at there's this one point they were like hanging out on the beach, and they lost the keys to the van, and I was thinking how funny that was, because like when I was probably 18, 19 years old, I had these friends, and we went camping on Oregon Beach, up in Northern California, up by Patrick's Point. I think it's a little farther than that. But we went camping up there, and I freaking lost the keys, and it was like a holiday weekend. It was this big old ordeal. I remember, because we had the tape, we were just listening to UB40 Labor of Love 2 over and over. And like I had to pay extra to have the locksmith come down, and fucking Marge. I was thinking about, and then another time we were rafting down the Sacramento River, and I was with these people that I worked with, and oh boy, I mean, we were rafting from like Redding down to Anderson. We were drinking beer, and oh boy took the keys. It was just like such a, and they put them on the side of the boat, or did I do that? Somebody put the keys on the side of the boat. I might have done it, now that I think about it. Maybe it wasn't me. I think it might have been. It's just, God, that's like 26 years. That's a long time ago, dude. Wow. Time sneaks up on you, man. Anyway, side of the boat, we were in a raft. Over a little wave, and bloop, right over the side. So I was thinking about different ways, like how many people haven't had the life experience even that they haven't lost keys. You know, there's so many different people that haven't had so many different measures of life experience. They just haven't experienced life, and well, now everybody gets a chance to more and more. And careful about what you think about, because what you manifest or what you think about, you're gonna make happen. Oh my gosh! Hi, Stoner Chick. How you been? You've watched every single one? Fucking why? Dude, it's been hard. I don't know if you know this, but it wasn't real easy for me to do videos every day like when I was in Arizona. Because that fucking truly was one of the fucking shittiest, hardest experiences of my life. And I knew it was gonna be. I just didn't know it was gonna fucking suck as much as it did. Yeah. You know, what are your stats again? And when I mean stats, I mean sun, moon, and rising. Oh, well, thank you. I'm flattered. I should just say thank you. I don't take compliments well. I don't. Sometimes I do. I'm getting better at it. I should just say thank you. I'm not always going to just say thank you. I will thank you for... Well, if you don't want to tell me your stats, that's cool too. What did I scare you about? Don't scare me. Okay. Boo! Oh, you don't know? I go to this site. Well, actually, okay. I use this one like on a regular basis. cafeastrology.com, and if you just put in your name, date of birth, time of birth, and birthplace, and it gives you your stats. And then I take screenshots so I can refer to things like as I'm listening to people's talks and save them in my favorites. What's scary? I'm still curious about what I'm scary. The stuff thought coming to pass. Oh, no, I wake up every day because it's done come to pass. I just want to put, you know what, I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this because I love it so much. I love it so much. Hey, and if anybody ever does get this, I want to have like coupon codes everywhere that has like not so large Marge. Because my name's Marge, and that fucking, I was a fat girl when I was 15, when that movie came out. Fucking sucked, girl. Ruined my life. So now I want to endorse things that I really, truly, I freaking love. And I love, it tastes like a fucking rad vinaigrette is what it tastes like. And it's just all natural stuff. Everything is local. I love it. Anyway, I'll put it up here. Boop. Can't, because you can take 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons daily, or 3 to 4 when you feel under the weather. I haven't felt under the weather in a while. Well, I did a couple days ago, but anyway, what else was I talking about? And then they got she's got the powder too. But I've been waking up, actually, the last few, it might be, I've been sleeping on the air mattress that a freaking Earth Angel had sent to me. But I love when freaking people send me loot, man. I always like getting mail and stuff. I never got mail. I like getting birthday cards. Ooh, I need to get cards. I need to get a bunch of cards. Yeah. You know? Writing little notes and letters, getting stuff like that. Just thoughtful stuff. You know, hey, I was just thinking about you. Hope you're good. That just makes people feel so good when you just, like, I think Andrew, I believe, he's from the UK. I pray for his dad, because I know he's on the chat before. He's mentioned that his uncle, they thought he had lung cancer, and then it was confirmed he has lung cancer, and he's 86, and all this lockdown shit, it fucking pisses me off, man. People are just gonna start going, and just start reasoning with people, you know? Just be like, man, I swear, man, I just want to see my uncle. Go there. Make the trip. You'll always be glad you did. That's why I've been so many places and I've seen so many things, because I went there. Just go. See what happens. Go to the place where your uncle is. See what happens. Just be like, hey, man, just don't bother me. I just want to see my uncle, man. I don't want to cause no problem. You know, I just don't want to not see my uncle never again because of this shit. You gotta at least sometimes try. You know? I remember when Mom had her stroke, I was 15 years old. And she was like, she had her stroke, and I believe that she was having another one. And we were in the ER at Redding Medical Center in Redding, California. She was 38, I was 15. She was screaming at the top of her lungs. And I overheard the nurses at the nurses' station. And one of them was commenting about, oh, she's just probably another freaking hopped up freaking junkie on freaking diet pills from Central Valley. And I walked out and I addressed that nurse. And because Mom was screaming at the top of her lungs, I said, go get a doctor. And they just sat there and I said, now! And then years later, people just, nurses are wonderful. I'm like, not fucking all of them. You know? And so some of my experiences aren't necessarily like all the experiences that other people have, but they're necessary so people don't get freaking too complacent and start resting on other people's laurels and, So, see, when I was in speech class when I was a little girl, I couldn't say my A's. My name's Margie. People go, are you a boy or a girl? I was called a dude, sir, the other day. It's been quite a while. I don't think I look like a man. I think I have a lot of masculine energy. I don't think I look like a man. I don't want to be a man. I don't know why so many... Dude, it is so weird to me that people are willing to fuck... It ain't natural to cut open your soul sack. I think every time people cut open their soul sack, a little bit of their spirit goes out, and then you don't really quite freaking... You don't get it when you wake up. You ain't the certain person you went to sleep as, that's for sure. And, anyway, all these people want to change. I'm like, dude, we're only on this planet, what, maybe freaking 70, whatever the average lifespan is now, whatever the consensus stay. Ooh, Lady Kuvna. And, so why people want to... I thought about actually having top surgery at one point because I wear men's shirts and bow ties and stuff like that. And I'm just like, they just get in the way. They're stupid. Although I just like... Never mind, I don't want to. Stupid, I'll do that. That's what we do in real life. You don't put... Some things you don't put on the tubes. If you don't want it out there, don't put it out there. I almost put some out there I didn't want out there. Anyway, I'm embarrassed now. My train of thought totally derailed. Am I right? Is that my 30 minutes? When I start getting close to 30 minutes, I'm like, it's like an automatic clock. I'm just conditioned to it because we used to do talks, and I had mutual friends with Bill W. Hey, when are they going to get rid of the 11th tradition? No shit, when are they going to get rid of it? When is the 11th tradition going to go away? Because we live in a new era. Wouldn't that be weird? Would they absolve it? Or would they amend it? Would they replace it? Who gets to decide? Who gets to say so? All that stuff is just funny to me. It's all a club. I never fit into clubs. When I was watching, I know about thought. Trust me, years, I'm like, before I learned about how we manifest everything, I would think about like the worst possible thing that would happen, and it related with the karmic relationship I was in, on and off for like 8 years. It was just the most karmic. It was just freaking. It was crazy, right? Like it would really suck, if how you think of like. At some point, it'd suck if you had a roommate that slept with the person you dated. All these, like, storylines and, things, Every single one of them. And so I was just like, stop thinking about bad stuff. I still do it. I'm still a human. Dude, I ain't no 100%, dude. That's why I freaking do this channel. It's because as a light worker, I got a lot of shadow. I'm Scorpio moon, dude. Can I, I've danced with the devil plenty of times. I've had experience, Marge astrology experience, it talks about that in drunken states, I've freaking gone to sleep and then had dark entities grab onto me in my dream and then woken up and had the handprint on all that stuff, But I'm full spectrum, I dabble in the dark, but always come back to the light, and I don't like it too much. I'm like the person that's like weird kid praying, like from now on, now that Jesse's given me the tools, more tools of what I need to do to help people, and what the declarations that we can make in God's name and things like that is pretty cool. She offers quite an education. Heck, between the video that she did on Friday with Aquarius rising Africa, just the little tidbits of how people can really be hyper vigilant to freaking pay attention, to help keep kids safe, because everybody wants to keep kids safe, so let's do the stuff that keep kids safe, I don't... So, and she actually gives people the tools. And it's kind of neat, because it's like everybody adds to it. Because I have my own little tidbits, too, of reconnaissance that I do. And I'm so boisterous, I will just yell out loud. Hey kid, is that your parents? Do you know them? Are you in danger? Because kids answer truth. And I'm freaking loud, too. So I can let somebody, I'll just ask the question. I'll let somebody else sort out the answer. Yeah. So. And then today's show, episode 94 on Right On Radio, she gives a lot of freaking good information on what people can do to just keep your freaking eyes open. So many people don't pay attention to what's going on around them. I laugh because the trailer just got stolen off the property in which I lived the other night. I gotta let it go, man. I will. I'm almost done with it. But it's an ego thing for me, too, though. Because I'm always talking about freaking how hypervigilant I am and stuff like that, But the thing of it is I wasn't supposed to meet the culprit. It wasn't supposed to happen because I don't mind confrontations. And we live in societies where there's so many freaking legalized freaking fucking pillheads and everybody's most people whacked out on something. And see, I don't have the mind space to hurt people. I do self-defense. I ain't gonna hurt nobody. I ain't gonna put my hand on nobody in anger. That's a karma I don't want to pay. But just because I have the heart space, I learned a long time ago, it doesn't mean that other people don't. Other people will hurt you without even think of it without even batting an eye, because they are void of spirit. And they're being freaking run on self-will and demons and all that low vibrational shit. And Mom likes to say, it's easier to stay out of a problem than it is to get out of one. So, it's their karma. You don't steal, especially freaking sentimental shit. And they did it in 2 nights. And both nights, I haven't slept with the fan on since I moved here from Arizona. And those are the first 2 nights I slept with the fan on. And I didn't hear a thing. Neither did the dogs. You hear no barking, nothing. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.